What's up, everybody? So today we are kind of doing a little bit of a side project. I just got two golf carts here and we're gonna go through and vinyl wrap them. So I had a friend reach out to me. She got these two golf carts. She wants one wrapped one color and the other one wrapped a different color. I'm gonna try to see if we can figure out how to do this. I've never actually vinyl wrapped anything quite this size. The biggest thing I ever vinyl wrapped was the grill on my Silverado. Well, pretty much that's the only thing I vinyl wrapped on anything. Which that was a very tedious, time-consuming project that we did. That was a very intricate piece. We used the 3M black vinyl because that grill, when I got it, was chrome, wrapped it black, and like I said, very time consuming, very intricate piece to learn on, but it turned out great. It's been on the vehicle for a little over about a year and a half, 2 years at this point. Like I said, still is holding up, looks really good. So I think these pieces, which I may be jinxing it, but I think these pieces for the golf cart should be a lot easier to wrap. We'll find out. But yeah, these two golf carts I got here, I should say, I guess golf cart parts. I've got 2 front ends, 4 sides, and 2 rear ends. And we got them all just kind of sitting here throughout the garage. I need to go through, get them prepped, cleaned, and kind of get them wax and grease removed here. That way we can go ahead and get them vinyl wrapped. So we've got 2 different colors of vinyl wrap here. One is 3M, which is the same brand that I used on the grill. And that stuff I really liked, worked great. The other one is a different brand of vinyl, so we'll see how this plays out. But for now, let's go and show you the pieces that we got, the vinyl we got, and then just jump into this and get into getting them cleaned up and prepped. So here is the 2 rolls of vinyl that we ended up getting. They are just complete opposites of one another. As you can see there, one is matte black and the other one is super bright and vibrant glittery pink, which these 2 are just complete opposites of one another, but I love it. I think it looks fantastic on both of them. It's be cool kind of getting to see the difference between both of them. The matte black here is the 3M wrap, which I'm familiar with. This is the same brand that I used on my grill, and it had nice air release technology to it, so we didn't get any bubbling or anything behind it, and as far as like adhesion and stuff, it worked great. This one here, this pink, never heard of it before. It says it is the Hexus brand. So I'll be curious to see how this one applies and works and everything. Maybe if it is as sticky or if it's too sticky or if it's not have air release technology, we'll see. It may be a little bit more time consuming, but I think either way, both of them will turn out good. So I'll definitely, once we get these completed here, I'll have her send me videos or pictures or whatever of the golf carts once they are completed, because I'm going to be really curious to see what they look like, because both of these, like I said, are complete opposites of one another. One is very stealthy, murdered out look. The other one is bright, vibrant, and in your face. So it'll be cool to see them all together. I don't know if they're both going to go lifted or lowered or what, or one's lifted and one's lowered, but we'll see once they are complete. But for now, we need to go through, get these pieces all prepped and ready and cleaned up before we can actually start vinyl wrapping. Now that we got the pieces all cleaned up and ready to go, we can go ahead and get into the vinyl wrapping. Now, I think we're going to start off here with the pink, just because that's a different brand. I haven't played around with Hexus before, so I kind of want to get a feel for it and see how that one performs, because I think I'll be good with the 3M stuff. Like I said, the 3M I use on the grill, and we did pretty good with that. So let's see how this Hexus performs. We're going to start off here with this back panel on this golf cart piece. It's fairly smooth, so I think it should be fairly easy. I'm saying that now, but we'll see how it goes. The only thing I might have a little difficulty with is getting inside these crevices. We'll just have to use a heat gun to kind of get it to tuck in there. But yeah, for the most part, it's mostly just flat. I'll need to find a better place to rest this rather than on the Subaru here. But as far as tools here, we just got our knife, our squeegee, and a glove. And then we've got our whole roll of vinyl there. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. Well, you guys can see there, we now got our first piece down, and I'd say it turned out pretty good. Definitely a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to using this stuff. I want to say this piece alone took me about 45 minutes, so hopefully we get a little bit faster as the other pieces go on. This vinyl here, like I said, this is the Hexus brand. The vinyl and stuff seems to be a lot thicker than what the 3M stuff was that I used when I did the grill and stuff. And getting these corners and stuff to kind of lay down, getting it to stretch in here, took a lot of heat. So I've got my heat gun and stuff set up there, and I was just heating up as much as I could before it got to the point of basically melting, and then hopefully like I said, this will stay down. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think and have any suggestions as far as things to improve on this. But so far, we're going to keep on going. Like I said, this is just the first piece of many, so let's go ahead and jump into the next part. So next up, we have the side piece here. We're going to go ahead and attempt to do this one. This one's definitely being more of a challenge because it's got a lot of curve and shape and stuff to it. I think we may end up going through and doing this in 2 pieces. So we'll keep this whole section here down up to here all as one, but this top section here, so the top and then possibly this corner, this side section here, will be a second piece. So I think I should be able to do that. Probably run like a piece of knifeless tape or something up along here and then peel that back. That way, like I said, that can all be its own piece, and then the other piece can kind of overlay and meet the same section. Overall, I don't think anything's gonna be too difficult as far as adhesion with that vinyl there, like we ran with that kind of under seat portion there, other than like right here. We'll have to probably have to apply a lot of heat to make sure it sticks and get the adhesion to how I like it. But overall, I guess let's go ahead and jump into this piece. It's going to be a lot more time consuming than the last one, but I think it'll look good once we get it done. Well, you guys can see there, we got this fender done. Turned out okay. I'm not super thrilled with it. I think I might end up redoing this piece, but as you guys can see there, we did the one section here on the top, then this whole outside piece as its own. We got all this laid down, which is nice. I was kind of worried about that sticking, but what I've learned so far is it requires a lot of heat. So we got it all, for the most part, laid down. This area in particular where this curve is, was probably the hardest area for me to get to wrap, and I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but if you look, there's kind of like a light haze here, so I think I may have overstretched this material here. So I may end up redoing this piece here. I'm not super thrilled with it. It looks good for a first attempt here, but yeah, like I said, we may go through and redo this piece. For now though, I'm gonna jump into the other fender and try to knock that one out and see how that one goes.
A few moments later.
So this one went a lot better, not smooth by any means, but it is way better than the other one. You guys can see there, I don't have any like weird bunches or nothing like that, no haziness or anything. It all looks really good. Got it all laid down nice and flush there. This one here was a 2-piece as well. But yeah, we got it looking really good, so I'm happy with this one. I actually ended up leaving some of the material on the backside. So on the other fender, so that one over there, I left the material, just kind of cut it up straight to the edge, like just straight across there, straight across here on the back. Whereas this one, I kind of left a little bit of overhang. I may go through and just like trim up some of this a little bit, but I want this to maintain and stay stuck down, so I think this might be the better move to do. If you guys have any suggestions, throw it down in the comments below. Like I said, I'm still learning at this, but yeah, this one turned out way better than the other one, so now we can go ahead and move on to that front piece. So we just got this piece all done. I'd say it turned out pretty good. That was definitely a struggle working on this one. It is kind of a lot longer on this table. It's very awkward to work with. Probably be a lot easier if I actually had the golf cart here, but I ended up breaking it up into 3 sections. So we got the side panel here, the center here, and then the other side panel over there. I'd say the lines, they look pretty good. Nothing too noticeable or anything, especially once you get everything else put back on here as far as the front bumper, the outer cladding, and then of course the lights and stuff. So all this, I'd say, turned out pretty good. We don't got any weird blemishes or nothing. Everything so far is laying flat. I had to add a lot of heat because I've noticed on these crevices and stuff, heat is definitely your friend, and this stuff takes a lot of it. So that is all done and complete. So technically, the pink is now done. So we could move on to the matte black portions, which I think we will do, but I may go through off camera and redo that side panel because, like I said, there's a couple places on there I'm not real happy with. So yeah, for now, pink is technically done. Let's go ahead and jump into the matte black ones now. So we got the next panel ready to go. We're going to start on the other golf cart. We've got our matte black vinyl set in there. Like I said, this is the 3M vinyl. And like I said, I've used this stuff before. It was a glossy black, but this one being matte. We'll play around and see how that is. And now I get a chance to compare it versus the Hexus. So let's go ahead and start with this rear panel, or I guess this under seat panel here, and see how this goes. And as you can see there, the matte black is down on this panel here. This was way easier than that Hexus brand. So far I'm really liking this. Obviously, like I said, I've used 3M in the past. But yeah, this went way smoother. Everything kind of laid down, tucked in nicely. Air bubbles all dissipated relatively quickly too. So you just kind of push down, heat it up, and it went away. No weird markings or nothing on here. So everything looks really good. You guys can kind of see there the upper panel. You can still see like some of the imperfections and stuff in the panel itself. But other than that, I didn't really have to go through and tuck too much on the backside like I did with the Hexus. So we shouldn't really have any lifting or anything on this one. We'll let this one set for a while and see how it goes. But I guess now we can go ahead and move on to the next pieces. Finally, the golf carts are now complete. We got them all wrapped up. I even went through, I redid the pink on the side portion here. So this one here is now complete and 100%. Like I said, it had a little bit of haziness going on that rear section there. So I went through, pulled all that wrap off, redid it, and it turns out better. I will say this stuff here, like I mentioned, is a lot more difficult to work with as compared to the 3M. It's a lot thicker. You have to really stretch and pull, but you can't pull too much. Otherwise, like I said, you get that kind of haziness, which I'm not a fan of. Especially around these edges here, it likes to lift up, so you have to kind of apply a lot of heat, kind of just to the point of almost melting. So it's a little bit temperamental in that aspect. But other than that, it looks really good. It looks great. The other thing on these ones too is on the back side here. I just kind of layered it like that to keep it from lifting, because for some reason this one likes to lift as well. So we got that one completely stuck down. As for the black and everything, this was much easier. Didn't have to apply quite as much heat. Could just kind of nicely stretch it. Has nice air release technology. Just kind of push and everything works as it should. You guys can see here on the back side, just right up to the edge. No issues there, no lifting or nothing. So all that is good as well. I will say though, after doing these golf cart pieces here, I think it'd be much easier if I actually had the golf carts here, just because trying to do it on this table here is not the easiest thing in the world. Obviously, like you guys can see, I've got a lot of hangover, and getting it to stretch and pull isn't the best. So I will say next time if I do decide to do this again, or another wrap job for a golf cart or anything in general, I'll probably do it on the vehicle just to make it a lot easier. So with that being said, the golf carts are now complete. So let's go ahead and give her a call, have her come pick them up, and then hopefully she can get some videos of them completed and installed on the golf carts themselves, because I can't wait to see them. Well, I gotta say, the pink golf cart turned out really nice. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. She's happy with it. Obviously, seeing it fully complete and installed looks awesome. It's now got the wheels, the seat, the sound system, all the lights and everything on there. So, like I said, it looks great. I'll be curious to see what the black one looks like once it's fully assembled. I think they're still working on some suspension stuff, because that one's planning on going lowered. So, we'll see. Once I get more updates and stuff on that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. I'll probably share it on Instagram or make like a YouTube short or something with it. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we got that all done and completed. So hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, make sure a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We got plenty more stuff coming. And if you guys have any suggestions as far as wrapping, things that you may see that I need to improve on, let me know. Throw it down in the comments below. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.